Good evening, hello, welcome, good evening, welcome, hello, good evening, hello, all one of you, Andrew Buttigieg. What a fabulous start. We have each other all to ourselves. How about that? Andrew, if you like a live stream where you're the only one in it, you're in for a treat because there's just you and me. Not sure why. Nobody else is going to be with us tonight. That is certainly unusual. From a rather large number of people just dropping in to about 10, now we're down to 2. That is something special. But it doesn't matter. I shall carry on as if normal. The thing is, now, Neil's here. Not seen you for a while, Neil. How welcome, Neil. Neil the Gibbinator. How fantastic to have you here. I was just about to say that if nobody turns up, it's fine. I will just carry on as if I'm making a video. If I'm making the video by myself, in actual fact, I would want to be by myself. Only when there are other people knocking around, I get distracted and I find it more difficult to make a video, even if those other people want to be making videos as well. And often that is the case. But I was going to say tonight, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to have the camera on the tripod, on the table, for more variation, because I can have it there. It can be facing over this way whilst I'm doing cooking. The moment I'm not, I just want to chat, I can just sit down and just swivel it round so you can see the fish tank as well. Although many of you may well be completely sick of the fish tank after 2 hours worth of live streaming with nothing but a fish tank last night. I only did it because a few people said they'd be interested. Turns out they were. Strange, eh? Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to tell you what's happening here tonight. I have some chicken in the fridge that I've only just discovered should, be eaten tomorrow. That's the date gone. The date gone. Don't eat the chicken. Chicken, once nice, now dangerous, poisonous, could kill you. Don't really want that to happen. So instead, let's just do some chicken curry tonight. Yes, why not? And with that, I am cooking up some garlic in butter. Olive oil is running a bit low, and I prefer butter anyway. And now I'm going to bung in these onions, where they shall cook nice and gently, just for a while, before I liquidize them, to turn them into a lovely oniony, saucy, pasty thing. Where at that point they shall be separated between onions for a chili sauce, and the rest of it will have tomatoes for the curry, which I am going to eat tonight. Now, normally, of course, I do my thing of doing a live stream until Boaty arrives, then I let him do his, because, his live streams are kind of better than mine anyway, so I don't really want to be trying to do a live stream whilst many of the people that would be watching his are here. My regulars will generally go over there. Sorry, just picking up bits of onion. Anyway, I'm kind of going off the point of it. The point was that I can't put the tripod on the table just yet because I neglected to charge my phone, which means I need it on that work surface there in order for it to charge. But that's fine, we'll get around it. Oh, well, I'll get around it. Oh yeah, so stupidly hot curry? Well, yes, but it's going to be, I don't want to waste it. I don't want to end up cooking something that I think, that's just far too hot. I really am an imbecile. I shouldn't have put a whole bag of chilies in there. So I'm going to do a very red curry, which won't be massively hot, and then some green chili sauce. And it will be green because there won't be any tomatoes in there at all. Green chili sauce. Lovely. Now, I've already seen a couple of you are here, so let's see who else is here as well. And it is Neil Gibbons, just an intimate dinner for the two of us. But now it's not because there were 10 people here. So sorry, Andrew. Good evening, Captain, says Mystic Hair. Hello, 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 Gibbo, hello, hello, hello. People saying hello to each other as they do. Sophie Ellis Baxter is here. Jolly good indeed. Hey, Paul, what kind of a curry are you making? Well, hopefully, just a really nice one. A nice one that is slightly hot, but not massively so. And then some super duper chili sauce. Did anyone watch the fish tank live? Asks Andrew Buttigieg. And yes, they did. I know, because I didn't. I'll tell you what I did. I plugged the microphone in so that you couldn't hear the ambient sounds around the house, and gaffer taped my phone to the fish tank so you could see it without reflections. And that's so that you could actually see what's in the tank and what's moving around rather than anything going on in the background. Not that there was much going on in the background anyway. And I just sat here and I kept my eye on some of the comments. So I was actually with you quite a bit of the time. And also, quite a bit of the time, I added myself as an extra viewer because I put it on the TV in the front room. It was great. It was great. Skick is here. Think Boaty wants me to arrange a night in the caravan with you, and I suggest Sunday or Monday night. Think Boaty wants me to arrange a night. So, are you saying that you're going to come to the caravan and stay over, Skick? Gosh. Well, I mean, I'm not asking you to say that's what you've just said. You want to come and stay in the caravan. Well, you are very brave, Skick. Oh, that's nice. Your fish actually sent me to sleep last night, says Emma. Well, that might have been a bit uncomfortable when you woke up and they'd gone then, because I left it on for 2 hours. I got to the point where I was going to sleep. I thought, I can't just leave it on all night, surely. So I didn't. Everybody's saying hello to each other. How wonderful. That's rather nice. Everybody's nice to each other, aren't they? Nice. Very nice. You may notice that there's nobody being horrible tonight. That's good. But maybe it'd be fun if there was. Yeah, maybe. Bring back the trolls. That's what I say. I do miss the trolls. I do. I really do. I miss these people coming in thinking they're smart enough to have a pop and they... yeah. Hello, Emma. Great fish. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to do it again. Everybody's just saying hello to each other. Got a chilled beer to team with your curry, asks Mystic Hair. Well, I haven't, but I could have because I have got the little lager. And you know what? I don't feel right having one unless I get those likes. So if you want me to have a beer with my curry, make sure you like this live stream because it's only fair, isn't it? I mean, imagine all the effort I'm putting into this, sat here talking endless nonsense. I'm going to need a drink at some point, aren't I? What sounds like a lovely plan? Right. Oh, right. So does that mean, Emma, did you really fall asleep watching the fish tank? Wine for Soph, beers for laters. I love hot curries, says Sophie Ellis Baxter. You need to have some of Neil's. It's nice. This will be nice as well. Oh, yes. I've just realised something. That, well, I got thinking before that the thumbnails for these live streams could just be taken from the live stream itself. Because sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing. Sometimes I'll think, well, I'm going to do this, and I end up doing something else. And then I think, well, I could actually change it afterwards, couldn't I? But unless you're viewing them on a TV, I don't think they actually come up as the thumbnail picture anyway. I think you just instantly get it being played. Oh, I can't remember what time I left, but I came back and it was over, says Andrew. Oh God. Well, something just really strange happened in my eye then. I think it might just be the reflection off the fish tank. But actually gave me a fright then. I thought there was something ghostly coming out of the wall. Gosh, imagine that. You could see I genuinely jumped. Was wondering how you mounted the camera. It's not really the most advisable way of doing it, is it? But it worked. It worked pretty well. Because even if it's only 6 inches away from the fish tank with the lights off, you just get reflections in, and that isn't what we want at all. Oh, I love curry. Oh, I do. I wish there was somebody to join me with this tonight, actually. Somebody who does enjoy something really hot. Somebody who does enjoy something really naughtily spicy. But there isn't, so I'm going to have to just pretend. Can I have a... Oh, I only can have a rosy wine, Mystic. Nice Shiraz for me. Too Many Cars Steve is here. Welcome, Too Many Cars Steve. Hi all, Too Many Cars Steve here. Just tuning in. Had a tikka for curry, very nice. Had a tikka curry for tea, rather. And if you say tea, then we all know whereabouts you're from. You must be a northern person. We're all lovers, not fighters, Captain. Eh? Gosh. Well, hang on a minute. Skik says, you and Bosie in the caravan, not me. Well, why would he be asking you to arrange it then? Can you understand why I would have found that confusing? Because there would be no need for anybody to arrange something like that when there's only 2 people involved that do speak to each other all the time. I think the only way it's going to happen if you come along as well. We need to get you out, Skik, really out of Warrington, or out of just being Skik there. We need to see your face. We need to see you do a live stream, or we need to put you on video somewhere. Right. I'm unwell, so sleep was erratic, and when I woke up at 4 a.m. I returned to more fishy frolics, but it was ended. Oh gosh, I actually feel quite bad now. So in other words, you woke up at 4 o'clock and you wanted to see if the fish was still available to watch. I think the thing is, there's not a great deal of variation. Well, I mean, there is, because with that amount of fish in the tank, in what was basically just that much that you could see, it was always going to be changing. But I'll be genuinely surprised if you was really disappointed by that. I genuinely stop in the caravan. It's cosy. I don't think it is, actually. Now, given the choice, I would prefer to sleep in the back of my estate car than the caravan. I'd be happy to have a night in the caravan chatting and stuff and having beer, but sleeping, my car's big enough for me to actually not stretch out in, but certainly get comfortable. And I would probably prefer to do that. Yes, I did fall asleep, says Emma Lemon. Watching it made me dozy and I drifted off. I wasn't being sarcastic or anything. You know what? That's nice. That makes me want to do it again. Because what harm? What harm could it do? I did notice a couple of people come along and said, "Oh, is this it?" Well, like, that's really all there is to it, I'm afraid. Everyone, please like and share your live with your friends and family, says Sophie. How very kind of you to say that, actually. Has the caravan got a bog? Asks Mystic Hair. It has, but it doesn't get used because there's no need. And also where it is, well, you think about it, it's in the yard. It's right next to a toilet that's connected to the proper plumbing. That's outside as well, but surely it would make more sense if you want to do a poo, do it in the toilet. Emma was moaning about the fish. So annoying. Was she? Oh, I bet you wasn't. I very much doubt that Emma was moaning about the fish. And I don't think Emma's annoying. That's not fair at all, Skip. Come There's one outside. If that's right, yeah, there is, yeah, yeah. I thought you meant fish then, actually. Lol at Skik. No, I wasn't, as I could be seen from the chat. Which, of course, the chat goes away once you've finished with the live stream. The chat has gone, and that's a shame. So nobody can prove anything. It's basically you can't really keep it. And you think about it. You imagine if there was quite a lot of people on the go there, and some were being horrible. Nobody would ever see it. So it's kind of a good thing. We named the fish for you, Mustard. Did you? Did you really? Well, I want to know what they were all called. What's a shame, Kibo? Oh, Phantom is here. I had 4 hours of PE today. It was my PE GCSE. I see. Well done. Well done. Have you got any jokes tonight? I thought there was a bog in the caravan. Or has Balti broken it? There is a toilet in the caravan, but it's never been, well, we've never used it because, as I said, there's absolutely no need to. Why make your caravan stink? Why? Why would you? You just wouldn't, would you? And we're not going to. I ordered a curry, says Emma, for my tea, but I couldn't taste a thing. Leftovers are in the fridge. Hopefully be tasted tomorrow. If I bring up a set of wheels for the 800, asks Neil Gibbons, can I buy the wheels off of it? Of course you can. In fact, actually, you did send me a message just a couple of days ago referring to that, and as much as I would like to, I've sometimes missed messages when it comes to getting back to them. It's not because, Emma, you might think it's not good enough, but I do try, but sometimes I forget because I get distracted doing other things. But yes, Neil, tell me when you want to come up, and well, that'll be great. It'd be good to see you. Charlotte Calliston is here. Hello, Charlotte. And Tyler Kennedy is here as well. What's up, guys? Well, I don't know yet. Well, what is up? Hey, what is up? Have a look, see what's there, and tell me. And then somebody like the live stream. Honest Deck, live and uncensored, says Neil. Yes, you've got the opportunity. I tell you what, Deck. Skik, Anton Skik and Deck. You imagine what it's like for the rest of us that do live streams. We've had to start by making videos and get people in. You basically become wanted to be seen by making videos. You don't have to do any of that. All you've done is come along and say things, and people want to know. So you've not even had to do the hard work beforehand. I reckon you'd take off straight away. I mean, guys. Oh, you mean guys? I was going to say Tyler, that's coming in on strong. All right, well, that's just wait till he gets going. Are you making a curry for a change? I'm making it for me, but yeah, I do eat quite a lot of curry, but curry's great. Curry is just the best food ever, isn't it? Getting lost with your cars. Is the T-Reg the one you got off to Lloyd, and is the one with the Honda engine? Asks Skik. That did it again. It's the reflection off the fish tank. I can see it there. Just keeps catching me just there, and then suddenly I think I'm in the Ghostbusters film. The T-Reg, the 623, does have a Honda engine. Most of the 600s did have Honda engines. The only ones that didn't were the TI, that's the turbo version, and the diesel. The rest of them were all Honda. Boaty's got that car at the moment, and he wants to keep it. He really does. So he's probably going to find a way of it not being sold, just so he can keep it. I'm looking forward to myself some fish. I'm looking forward to it. Are you going to buy some fish to have in a tank or eat some? Skik, I think that's the 623 in Champagne. It's the only other one left. They're going to be in my living room until my next. Right, okay. It's I figured it out as it was going along. It's not too bad. Jake Official is here. Hello, Jake Official. And as you said, I could just call you Jake, but you may not know there have been other people in called Jake, and I don't want to get you confused with them. Not the fishy chat. No, the fishy chat is there. Oh, can you? Right now. Are you watching on a PC? Because on a mobile device, you can't. It all just goes away. So maybe that would explain that. So that means that no, you can't just get away with saying whatever you like, because Emma will read it. Yeah, you're back, Jake. I've been watching for a week now, every night, says Phantom. What, this live stream? Have you? Well, that's cool. I'm going to download some new things or add-ons, says Jake. Oh, I don't know what those are. I don't know what new things, add-ons to what though. There's a button you can press to watch chat. Greenwood told me where to find it. Very, very handy that actually. And that is interesting, yeah, because I didn't know anything about it. Then I'm going off what Boaty told me, and I always assume that he knows everything about computers. Turns out he doesn't. We are coming up on the 20th and 21st, so Harry will... so I'll bring up with Harry. Yes, the 21st of... Wait, what, this month or next month? Can't be this month, because that'd be tomorrow. No, it wouldn't... No, it must be next month, yeah? Yeah, it's next month. Right, no, just see, of May, that is, yeah. That's the trouble. I start trying to figure out what people are saying before I carry on reading what they've said. Thank you, that'd be brilliant. It'd be great to see you, Neil. Phantom's got a joke, which is fantastic, and I shall take the chance of just reading it straight out without reading it first to see if it's suitable or not. What's the best past of living? What's the best? You mean part? What's the best part of living in Switzerland? I don't know, but the flag's a big plus. Yes. It is a big plus. I'm sorry, that's not funny enough. You need a proper funny joke, Phantom. Mentor Gashi. Mentor Gashi, I like that, from Germany. Hello. Just wait till I get going. I'm like a deaf Jack Russell. He is as well. He's like the deaf Jack Russell. Oh, I know what I've forgotten in here. What I always happen to put in, which is just a little bit of lime pickle. So we have garlic and then onions, cooked nice and slowly, and then a spoonful of garlic pickle. Lime pickle. What does the lime pickle do, you may ask? Well, you may ask, and I'll tell you. The lime pickle just adds a bit of tanginess to it, which, if I didn't have that, I would use probably a bit of balsamic vinegar. Suffering with my eyes. I'm going to be, I can tell tonight. Yes, going to be fish. Say free Palestine. You can say free Palestine as much as you like, but it's not going to make any difference. Where are you from? That's one thing I forgot to put in. I'm in Great Britain, or England. Well, I'm in England. I'm in the higher part of England, near Manchester, in a town called Rochdale, or near enough. Abril and a cat face. Oh, who was it at the cat face? The cat face. See, this is the thing. I miss some of these people with these really great names that I could mark out of 10. But anyway, welcome. And because I just realised, because the Greenwood isn't here, I've not been reminded to put it on live chat. So I've already gone wrong. See, I'm not ready to be by myself just yet. Dreadfully. So there's a good possibility I may have missed a couple of comments already. Don't support this genocide, say free Palestine. And then that looks like 3 slices of melon, which does actually put the point across a lot more. Yeah, so where was we to now? There we are, there we are. Live chat replay can be watched on a mobile. Oh, but I really didn't know that at all. I thought that was impossible. But never mind. Live and learn, just like we all should be doing. Mr. X, A Mustard, what's your favourite band? Oh, we did this one last night, actually. But one of my favourite bands is Voivod. More recent times could possibly be Radiohead, actually. From times a long time ago, probably Yes. I mean, you guys. What do you mean, you guys? Ah, right. You mean everybody? Yeah, asking. I do this sometimes as well. I quite like to know where everybody is from, but I know where most of the people in this live stream are from now. So far, I used to have the horn. Hey? Ah, I used to have the horn for your mum when she was on Blue Peter back in the day. I didn't know that your mum was in Blue Peter. You can see it on a mobile device. I'm only on mobile, busy now, but I'll tell you a bit later if you want to know where it is. Back a bit. I would very much like to know that actually. Everyone put jokes in the chat. Yeah, do that. Why do cows wear bells? Because their horns don't work. Now, I quite like that one. That's short and sweet, isn't it? Which makes me think I need a cup of tea. I need a cup of shit. I reckon a sturdier tripod would be a good idea. A much sturdier tripod. Because that's the kind of thing that seems to happen quite a lot. Tripods, they're cheap and they're made so they only just about do the job. So if you happen to tip them a little bit, they just go falling over like a man who spent all of his day in the bookies and the jock and stroppy. There's a pub name for you, the Jock and Stroppy. I'm keeping that one. Actually, I did have an idea for a pub name that was maybe 20 years ago. I thought if I ever had a pub, I'd call it the Devil's Eyebrow. It's a bit unlikely ever to happen though. So let's get back to reality of not owning a pub. And if I did own a pub, let's think of the kind of pub name that somebody would actually visit. Well, what happened there then? Oh, it was after that joke, wasn't it? I've moved my boat again, but there's no room to empty my toilet, so I might have to bury it in the woods. Yes. Oh gosh, Skik, how generous of you. Would you like me to step in as moderator? What, really? I have got actually 2 moderators going on here. I know the Greenwood, who normally is like, the Greenwood's the boss moderator. The Greenwood's normally here, but she can't be in tonight because she's out doing something else. But, I mean, honestly, Skik, no. I hate to say this, but I just don't think you do the kind of moderating job that I'd like you to do. And as we discussed before, you and I disagree on absolutely everything except for one thing that you said yesterday. And that's why, if you was the moderator in this live stream, I reckon you would delete people and delete comments that I'd be happy to be kept in. Okay? I reckon if somebody came in and said something that was mildly offensive or suggestive or trying to be clever or funny or something, you delete it. Whereas you probably would hang on to all of the repetitive Free Palestine stuff. And There is another reason as well, and if you really want to know what it is, I will tell you afterwards. But I don't need to take any of it too personally. But also, thank you. I do appreciate the offer. And that's why I've gone to the trouble of explaining properly why not. Do you like the Foo Fighters? Asks Phantom. And the answer is yes. And I mentioned last night in my live stream that the Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl, was heavily influenced by one of my favourite bands, and that is Voivod. And if you've never heard of them, go and have a listen to them, because you might like them if you like that kind of slightly uncomfortable thrashy metal. Blue Peter, I love watching that, says Sophie Ellis Baxter, and you would do, wouldn't you? I got my jokes off of Google. Have you been putting AdBlue in your fish tank again? AdBlue isn't actually blue though, is it? It's white and it goes crusty. And I believe it's made of whey as well. Yeah, I believe it's made of, it's extracted. It's extracted from urine, which does tell me something about, the process going on there. Denise Maiden, hello. There will be no one left in chat. Greenie on a hot date, I don't know. She's out with friends apparently. I just love to watch his reactions to the jokes. The jokers, he fires them right back. I try to do. Sometimes I don't get the chance to. And the other thing is, if they've already gone, that's not going to happen, is it? And sometimes you'll get. It's not happened for about a week, but you'll get people coming in and they're trying to be quick about it, and because I don't answer them straight away, they just assume that they're being completely ignored. Nate, Captain Mustard, that's a cool name. Well, I would like to think so too. Me and Neil had a chili tonight for tea, which is so different. I quite like a chili myself. Everlong is my favourite song by the Foo Fighters. Yeah, I like Everlong. It's a good song. And it's got some rather dissonant chords in there as well. Lotta Gosking. Greetings from Finland. How are we doing? How are you doing? I am super duper. And it's good to have you here. I don't know your name. I don't recognise that name, so I presume you're new. Please stay. Please like the live stream. Please subscribe if you want to do. Chemically altered pig urea, says Neil. Neil's a man of knowledge, and I like that, so thank you very much. I knew it was something like that, but I didn't know exactly what it was. Oh, and I'm Phantom. What about Metallica? Yes. I was a big fan of Metallica as a teenager. I don't really listen to them now. I think they went a bit soft. They went a bit soft after the Black album. So I've kind of lost interest in them. But from time to time, I will revisit Master of Puppets and Justice for All. Because those are the ones that did it for me at the time. I'm going to read these little comments out here, and then I'm going to get on with the process of liquidizing these onions. So she'll get out the liquidizer machine in preparation for that. Right now, what day is it? It's Friday. What's happening tomorrow? Saturday things. There it is. Oh, we've got 14 likes, and that's good news. That means that I'm ever so much closer to the reward of beer, which would be fantastic to have on a Friday night with curry, of course. What a combo. There isn't anything better, is there? I used to think the perfect thing was really hot curry, a couple of beers, and if you like to watch TV, a horror film. I don't know why that worked with it. The thing is, I don't really like horror films, so it never did work at all. Um, anything? Anyone doing record store day tomorrow? Doing record store day? I don't know, Andrew. Hi, Andrew. I'm also doing good. Good to be here. Right. Okay. Give us a joke, asks Phantom. I don't remember jokes. I've said this before. For some reason, I completely forget them. Right from when I heard my first knock knock joke, which was knock knock, who's there, Doctor, Doctor Who, and I didn't find it particularly funny when I was about 5 or 7 or whatever it was, and so maybe that's why. Good evening, young mustard. What's to do this evening? Not on the ale yet. That makes it sound like all I do is go on is drink beer live, and that's not true. I do drink tea live more. But thank you for encouraging me and suggesting that maybe I should be doing. I'll get to 25 likes and then I shall have one. That's my rule. A bit like it should be dark outside before you have a beer. Put meatballs in and sausages. Is that sausages and chili beans and onions and hot spices? And I think everyone might miss out on the things. I do apologise. Oh gosh, there we go. Sophie. Sophie's doing some moderation thing. Welcome to Egypt, which probably would be fine actually, because that's the only thing I've seen you say so far. So that's okay. It's welcome to Egypt. If it was welcome to Egypt 10 times, then that would be spam. Good evening all again, says Ed, and hi Ed, and hello. Brawn Dead. Do you mean Brawn Dead, or was it Brain Dead? Was a jolly good horror film. I thought a jolly good fun horror film. Now that's the thing. I don't really like. I don't like horror films. The only ones that I have quite liked wasn't really a horror film at all. It was Shaun of the Dead. I really like that. And the other one that they did, where some slightly gory things went on, but I don't think you could call it horror film. What was it? Oh, I can't remember. Hello to the Egyptian person. It's Friday, boys. Let's get pissed and fall over. Tyler Kennedy. I mean, that is such a good idea, but let's do it, later on. Cup of tea, 2 sugars. Oh, no sugar for me, I'm afraid. Correction, Brain Dead was a jolly good horror film. I see, that was my assumption, is it? You meant Brain Dead rather than Brawn. Did you say Brawn Dead? No, you don't have to apologise, Sophie. It's fine. It's fine. As somebody doing moderation, it can be a bit difficult to know exactly what the best thing to do really is. And for me, as a rule, I like anybody new can come in and say kind of what they like. If it's really unbelievably offensive, then maybe not. Maybe that's not fair. I don't tolerate people being horrible to each other. But spam is the main thing. Just repeating the same thing over and over again. I mean, that happens quite a lot. And that clogs up the live stream, which is one of the problems with it. You should apologise and hang your head in shame. Says Neil. That's very cruel of you. Right, Tyler, what are you talking on? What you talking about later on? I started drinking at 9 a.m. But I don't live in a narrow boat, so I can't do that. Drink lots responsibly, says Ed. Okay, right, fair enough. Drinking lots is responsible because it helps out the breweries. Is that what you're saying? We're going to get to the noisy bit now. So I shall step away from this and put a bit of water in this as well. Oh, hang on. No good just putting water in. I need to get it back up to some sort of temperature again, really. So why am I putting water in? You may be wondering. Why? Why have I put water in the onions? Well, they're cooked. They're now cooked. And for them to be a sauce, they need some water in there. Otherwise, it will just clog up the spinny whizzer thing and it won't really do anything any good. So again, I'm going to sit back down again because there's another stage now to wait for. This, separating it for the sauce, and then of course pan number 3 will be cooking that chicken. And so 6 weeks time I will be spending 2 weeks intoxicated in the sun. Where are you going? In the sun, right. You know the dangers of being in the sun and drinking lots. I'm sure you do, Neil. You're a responsible chap. Yeah, that gets, get dehydrated irresponsibly and you'll be fine. No, because it's jolly good fun. Your turn. I only drink irresponsibly. We're going to have some naughtiness going on here, aren't we? I can see it. Is anybody else having a beer at the moment? Because if you are, I'm going to find it really difficult not to just join you. But I need those likes. I can't do it. I can't do it otherwise. I feel bad. I feel guilty. I feel like I haven't earned it. So it's my own fault. Give myself a rule like that. It's going to go wrong, isn't it? I've just got home from lunch. The local. Madeleine. Can we see your fish, please? Yeah, if you like the live stream, you can see the fish. There we go. Right, so I see. I can't have a beer. I'm on shift tomorrow, so no beer for me. Are you getting up early to do it, Neil? Everyone's going to feel bullied into liking now. That's not really quite the case. Who hasn't liked yet? Liquid lunch on a Friday. The cognac will be out shortly. Ooh. Same here. Going with Neil in the sun, and I don't like putting cream on in Spain. Thank you. Madeline, how much do you like the fish? Because if you like them a lot, you'll see them quite a lot in the live streams. And it's worthwhile watching the live streams, even the aquarium live stream. I'm drinking Red Bull and rum. I don't ever like the sound of that, Tyler. But I bet you do. Oh. Right, that's finished that. Let's turn this around a little bit so you can see exactly what mess I'm making. With the onions now in boiling water as well, having been cooked, browned off ever so slightly, caramelized, we can do this without it just splatting everywhere. If there's not enough water in there, it will just splatter, and I don't really want that to happen. Plus, the other thing is, by having some water in, it makes it easier to do it. Gotta keep moving it around though, because the onions won't move by themselves. They're stubborn. They'll just stay where they are and say, "I'm not moving." You think I'm gonna put myself up for liquidization? No, thanks, mate. If you want me liquidized, you can move me yourself. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying to you right now. You might think, well, why? If they're talking, do you feel cruel? Liquidizing the onions when they're talking to you, trying to make friends. They'll be making friends in my stomach later on. That's the bit I'm interested in. And that is it. Keeps splashing out. Now, normally beer is considered a liquid friend. This time, onions and garlic, liquid friend. And it is very liquidy actually, because of the amount of water I put in there. So put it back on the heat and get another pan out ready to do some chili sauce. I have a nice non-stick pan for the chicken. No chickens will stick to that. Another stainless steel pan, which will be useful for making chili sauce with. Oh yeah. Which one should I do first, do you reckon? Well, it's quite easy because what doesn't come out of there will stay in there, and then the tomatoes will be added, and then of course some spice mix as well. Normally it's a good idea to cook up the spice mix separately with a bit of heat. Sometimes there just isn't really enough pans to actually do that, and I'm having that situation tonight. Although that's not necessarily true, because the other pan over there, the big frying pan, the non-stick pan, that is going to be used anyway. There's some chicken in it afterwards. So why don't I just use that? Eh? Why don't I use that? No reason not to. I'm going to use that. Where was we up to? Ah, right, there we go. Put cream on, Sophie. But you don't want sunburn. I just sub, said Madeline. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Sick bucket drink that is. I think you're right, actually. Red rum sounds nice. Oh, Red Bull rum. But you and Tyler probably agree. I think it sounds horrible. Last time I drank Red Bull, I had a green shit. Says. Oh, thank you, Ed. It's one of your 5 a day. What, one of your 5 toxins a day? Tokyo says, WTF are you doing? Well, I am, I'm not sure whether you was just seeing me liquidize some onions and talking about liquidizing onions. I reckon that's probably what I was doing. But welcome to the live stream, and I hope you'll stay, and I hope you'll like it as well, because I mean that's quite important, and everybody is welcome here to join in. Mix in the pot dummy. Oh, right. Sophie Ellis Bextor, it was murder on the loo floor. Like, totally killed the group. Brilliant, Ed. Well done, mate. Well done. I like Red Bull and rum. You know when to stop drinking because you get heart palpitations. Thank you, Tyler. I can imagine it would be terrible. Red Bull, yes, and rum together in a bad combo. Vodka is better than Red Bull. I always think the trouble is, I mean, this is the idea. You've got two things fighting against each other. You've got one trying to get you drunk, and the other trying to keep you awake. So it just sounds like a recipe for disaster to me. And thank you, whoever liked number 17 like. I appreciate it. Skick says, have you noticed how my stepson always sticks up for me on here? I don't know. Where is your stepson? What's your stepson called? I haven't noticed. So the answer is no, I haven't noticed, because I didn't know that you had a stepson, especially one here. We have to point him out, and then I'll know, and then I'll welcome him. Okay. Dan Peters, evening, Captain Mustard. How are you? Well, I very much appreciate you being here, Dan Peters. Thank you very much. I'm fine. I appreciate loyalty, says Skick. Okay, well, I know you do. Yeah. Not sure why you put that there, but you're welcome to put it, and I'll read it out. I'll read anything you write. If you want to write anything, if you think the best way of doing a live stream is just to write it down and I'll read it out, just do that. I'd be happy with that. It'd be great. And Charlotte Calliston, legend whispers of a massive ruby hidden somewhere in Rutland by a fleeing king. Was it real or just a pub yarn spun over pints of ale? I don't know. Thank you. What time is it? I'm not sure if that's a joke that I haven't quite got. I hope it is. I do like it when somebody tells a joke and I don't get it. What time is it there? Asks Madeline. The time is 9:45. Yep, 9:45. What time is it there? Neil, am I your stepson, Skick? Yes, you are. Have you ever met each other? Nobody seems to have met Skick so far, but obviously, Neil, you probably have done, haven't you? And Emma's back. Emma Lemon. Captain Mustard, the Greenwood, has just asked me to let you know that she's on the bus home and will be here very shortly, hopefully before 10, to provide her expert moderation as usual. That's it. Tracy cannot get enough, can she? It's good. She loves doing the moderation on the live streams. Fantastic. What curry are you making? Asks Dan Peters. And I'm going to do the obvious thing and say, this one. I'm making this one. Well, it's going to be chicken curry, kind of a bit of a generic, maybe not sure what spice mix to use just yet. The chicken curry will be quite, I'm going to call it mild, but others might call it reasonably hot. And then I'm going to do some rather aggressive chili sauce, which I know will be slightly regrettable, but I'm going to do it anyway. Would you like a rare skid bitty toilet? Asks Mr. Mikar. And no, I don't think I would. And I'm sure somebody's told me what that is, but I can't remember what it is, which means it's probably not something that much of interest to me. But you can explain it again if you like. This is the first time I've heard this. I am honoured, Skick. Emma, stop creeping. What did Emma say that was creeping? Yeah, well. 4:41 p.m. And I'll just, yeah, well, okay, exactly. We don't need that all the time, do we? Thank you, Sophie. Skick, this is the first time I've heard this said about you. Edoshi says, Rutland is the smallest county in the country. Twice a day. Can anyone tell me the second smallest in country twice a day? Rutland is the smallest county in the UK twice a day. I know Rutland's the smallest county. I can't remember what the second smallest one is though. It's chemistry, Sophie. Leave my dad alone. I'll leave my stepdad alone. Isle of Wight. I thought Isle of Wight was considered Hampshire though. Then it's probably not, is it? You know, I like this. You're going to make me want to ask questions that I know the answer to, and I think I probably will. in a bit. And geography questions. I always really enjoy geography. Who fancies turning this into a geography quiz? Is anybody good at geography on here? Right, yeah, well done, Charlotte. That is the second smallest county. I don't know why I thought it was just considered Hampshire, probably because it's practically attached to it. I imagine, then again, all the counties are attached to each other, aren't they? Tyler Kennedy, I scrolled down to a Bob Glaswegian guy talking about prison. That sounds like it might have been rather uncomfortable. Does the fish have names? Apparently last night, lots of them got named by people in the live stream who were naming the fish whilst I just let them watch the fish. I had a 2-hour live stream of just the fish. And pretty much throughout that live stream, there's somebody watching it. But there was definitely a lot of people talking. So maybe some of them can tell you. But yeah, a couple of them do have names that I've given to them. But as it goes with the blue light on it, you can't really see too well what's even going on in there. I like the blue lights. They seem to be just as active, but you're less likely to end up with algae problems, I think. One of them places I've always wanted to go is the Isle of Wight. It looks stunning. The 40 mph speed limit though, Neil. How would you cope with that? Clover, you were always live and always on my FYP. FYP for you something? Well, anyway, Clover, thank you very much. Why don't you like the live stream? You like it, like the channel. Oh yes, that would be great. Now the thing is, maybe lots of people have seen me doing a live stream. Thought, oh no, I've seen him before. He's boring. I'm not going to watch it, and that's why my views aren't quite as good as they were. But I think it's actually down to having lots and lots of numbers on the go, but not quite enough likes. Because it's very easy just to watch a bit of a live stream or even a lot of a live stream and not even press the like button. Being married to Barbara is like being attached to a large country like Essex. Can I plait your ear hair? Asks Tyler. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You'd be most welcome to do that. You'd end up getting rather waxy fingers though, unfortunately. Oh, cup of tea. Fantastic. And gone. That's 2 cups of tea I've drunk in an hour. Which one might say is too many. Too many. Too many? Not quite enough. You know me. I need constant liquid to stop myself from drying up. For your page. For your page. Thank you, Madeline. Some of the fish's names are Patrick, Sir Archibald von Twinklebottom, and Janet. Good names. Skip says, what instruments do you play? But I don't know whether he's talking to me or somebody else. He might be talking to Neil, because I mean, they are related. I'll have to go now. My phone is going to die. So I would be with Neil as he's with mine. Well, that's fine, Sophie. Nobody has to stay. But thank you very much for joining me tonight. Anyway, you are always welcome. Thank you, Andrew. Aye, thank you, Andrew. Yes. I love Twinkle Bottom, says Clover. Everybody's welcome to give the names, fishes names as much as possible. What's the plans for the 45 diesel? Now, are you planning on putting a clutch in it? Well, I'm not going to do it myself. No, thank you. I spoke to Carl, Fix It Carl. He happened to have popped around today. 2 visitors, Fix It Carl and Allegro Man, both managed to visit, meet each other. Both knew about each other as well, which is always rather fantastic. And I said to Carl, do you fancy doing this? And he said, well, if it can come out without removing the subframe, yeah. And so I'm going to pass the job on to him. It'd be easier. Well, it'd be easier for me because I don't do mechanics at all really very well. I try again, and for some reason it just doesn't go in. I have many things that I seem to be quite good at, but mechanics is just not one of them. So why am I messing around with cars in the first place? I don't even know. Anyway, Allegro mentioned that he saw you. Allegro Man mentioned he saw you and Joe. He said he felt like he was famous, walking around, people shouting at him. Nice, eh? And little Tommy. Hang on 1 second. I studied geography at university, says Charlotte. Oh, that's lovely. I was really like geography when I was at school, and I was quite good at it, I'd say. And I like knowing where places are, but I'm not well travelled. In fact, I've not even been to the Isle of Wight. I've just been near it because I've been in, I think, every county in the UK for one reason or another. One of my fish is called Captain Birdseye, and he only has one eye. Poor little thing. We have Finn, who only has one fin. That's right, Emma. How can I forget Sasha and John West? Oh, and little Tommy. Oh, right. Now I thought you was talking about Tommy Turbo, who is going to be down tomorrow. So there's quite a lot of visitors at the yard, in case you didn't know. Can you name one of them? Aaron Barker, asks Madeline. Yeah, I can, but I'm not sure which one. I mean, because there are, as you can see, there are lots of them there. Maybe that one there, that one that's just swum up, the big disc-shaped one could be called Aaron Barker. It can't come out without the subframe out, so I've done it once before. Easy job. And I trust you to say it's an easy job. Hey, trust you to do that. Aaron Burr, sir. Ah, not Aaron Barker. Aaron Burr, sir. Or are you saying Aaron Burr? Aaron Burr, sir. Mustard last spotted outside the town hall trying to kick pigeons whilst drinking a fruit shoot. Last seen, yes. The man who gets spotted everywhere. Are any of your fish complete without 4 fish? Yeah. Skick, I can play the fiddle very well, if I do say so myself. And JG says, I only have one penis. And that it's very brave of you to come on a live stream and just admit such a thing, whilst everybody else has 4. And we do sympathise with you, and you are most welcome to stay here and not mention it again. Just talk about anything else. Welcome. Very much welcome. We love Allegro Man. Absolute diamond of a bloke. Spent a lot of time talking to me and my mum and dad and Joe. He's a good chap, he's Allegro Man. And you will see him on a video again very soon. Ed, do you love to listen? Do he love to? I'm sure he does. I learned the oboe at school many moons ago, says Ed. If you put the fish on a live stream tonight, me and Andrew can name the rest. You know what? I'm tempted to do that. But the reason why I did that wasn't because I wanted my regular viewers to just sit up all night watching them, but just thought it's an experiment. You never know what could happen. In fact, I did notice one comment there saying, oh, I've subscribed. So they saw fish and thought, well, I'm having some of that. I'm coming back. I'm going to make sure that I don't miss any of this fishy goodness. Oh, yes. Fishy's live. Anything could happen. That's it. You just don't know. It might just get picked up on by lots and lots of people. If you get enough people, you're going to get enough likes. You're going to get enough people thinking that that's all right. And then look at the other videos. Not too sure about that. But then a small percentage of those will like that as well. So it's all about numbers, isn't it? All about numbers. Well, JG, same here. Emma, yes, most of my fish have still got most of their original parts. And we got those 2 from a pet shop where they're going to throw them out due to them being a bit odd. And look at them. Oh, yeah, that's awful, isn't it? They're just going to throw them out. Ed Usher, did your son have it with Bill Oddie's daughter last night? How come Emma misses me out? Does that on purpose? What do you mean misses you out? Emma's not the host. I'm the host, Skick. Emma's just another person watching. You can't be missed out by someone who's not the host. last. Right. I've got to go, sorry. I will come back tomorrow or the next time you're live, says Madeline. Thank you very much, Madeline. It's been lovely having another wonderful new person here. I do appreciate it. I'm going to see if I can read a couple of comments now without the glasses on, because these it's not particularly nice. We need more Allegro, man. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad, would it? Oh, you mean more Allegro Man on video? It can be arranged, and obviously, Allegro Man is basically a permanent cameo, isn't he? And he's even thinking about his own YouTube channel as well. So there we go. Best part of the day was when I shouted Allegro Man at him, and he walked over and said, "Can you just call me Andy? You can just call me Andy, you know." Skick, have I upset you or something, says Emma. I doubt it, really. Anyway, Skick will probably ignore you now. It took me a few days to subscribe because I've got trust issues. I've done more bird than Bill. Chickens or geese? Chickens. The less scary. The Greenwood is here. Good evening all. I am here, still reeling from paying £15 for a glass of wine. £15 for a glass of wine? What country did you go to for that? No wonder you didn't stay out. I mean, if you like wine, you're going to need more than one glass, aren't you? You might need 4 to be suitably tipsy. £60 on wine, and that's only going to be like 1 bottle. That's going to have to be exceedingly special wine, isn't it, for that? Special wine. I'm going to catch up with these comments, and I'm going to start doing some more of this cooking stuff. Dinosaur Dad is here. Good Saturday morning. How are we all? Good, very nice. Always nasty. Nasty. No, nice to see you here. All hail the Master Mod. All hail. 2156. Yippee! The Greenwood returns. Now we can all relax more. Safe in a warm, tender bosom. Good evening, lovely chat. Good evening, lovely mustard. Thank you very much. Ed Usher, she's very nice. Very nice. Biloddy's daughter. Oh, good. I've actually caught up. Oh, that's fantastic. Girl, Dad cooking up deliciousness. Mustard. What's happening? I'm making curry. I'm always making curry, but I'm doing another one tonight. And then coffee banning. Draco Kendick, who you got? Got no idea, I'm afraid. No idea what you mean. Boaty could buy a case for £15. Edosha, your son is the man. I'm on my 3rd glass of Red Bull and feeling well hard. Is that what it takes to feel well hard? Lots and lots of Red Bull. Okay, let's do some more here then. So, currently, the situation is, in this pan, liquidized onions and garlic. In this pan, nothing. And that's the bit that's going to happen next, you see. I'm going to put this away. I'm going to get the chilies out. And here is the point where I really can give my eyes a rest. Bit of oil in there, and then I'm going to do quite a lot of chili cutting up. I know I'm going too far with this. I really am. I'm not stupid. This is too many chilies. I'm going to make something that I'm probably not even going to like, but it's not going to stop me. And it's not going to stop me having a go anyway. I don't know, I'm just like that. I'm just one of these people that once I've got something an idea into my head, I can't help myself. I just have to go ahead and do it. And You know, you might say that's irresponsible, that's stupid. Well, yes, it is. And that's why I'm still doing it. I don't know why. So currently that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chilies. Okay, that's a lot, but we want something else in there as well. And that something else is a green pepper. So, because if I made a sauce, the idea is that it's a green sauce, a green hot sauce. But if it was just entirely chilies, I'm going to admit that that would be stupid, like too stupid even for me. And I don't want to be any more stupid than what I am. So I'm going to do these. The green peppers are always fantastic. I'm going to just cut them up into the little slices like this. And that the main sauce will be made of this and the chilies there. That's not the only thing though. It's got to have a bit of something else exciting going on, hasn't it? Can we see the pan there? Do you want to see the pan? I'm sure you do. So, one of these chilies I have chopped up, I can tell, is a very, very hot one. I've just got that smell of hot chili on the go there. In anticipation of being allowed to have a beer at 25 likes, I'm going to put one in the freezer now, because it could so easily happen quite quickly, couldn't it? And I will do my best to read some comments out in a bit, but I've got to give these a little rest. So, right, that's the first green thing, of course, peppers. I'm going to put the chilies up into very small bits. You like the way they squeak? Who likes the sound of peppers being cut? Other things don't squeak when you cut them. Just peppers, no, chilies rather. Peppers don't. Oh, gosh. The green peppers should be cooked long enough so they go soft, and that will do. And then I see a couple of new names there actually. I've got to read them out, haven't I? Like Erin Harbiston. You've been here before, I'm sure you have. Oh dear, right. Tonight's mobile swiping is live. Cats? Ah, right. I can't compete against cats, I don't think. Andrew could divide chat 50-50. Two more glasses, I might start knocking on people's bolts asking them to do a scrap. Making curry tonight, asks Edward Lees. Well, cool. I wish I could make a curry, but I'm honestly terrible at cooking and I don't trust myself at the stove. Not good. You need to try, otherwise you'll get nowhere with it. And the sizzle, yes, satisfying. Okay, I'm glad you like that. I think I'm in the majority by saying I don't like cats. Oh, everybody should like cats. Madeline's back already. Gosh, she didn't go for very long, did you not? Right, so let's go back to this again because I'll come back up here. Do I want some ginger in this? I think I probably do. I've still got absolutely loads of ginger left. I bought 2 bags of it in Asda. It was just like really rather cheap. And in the past, ginger's always seemed quite expensive, and I don't really have a problem with something costing, you know, a lot if it's difficult to get hold of or whatever. But suddenly it's just cheap. I don't know why. But it just meant that I could use lots of it instead, just like I do with garlic. It's very difficult to have too much garlic. Eh? We all know that, don't we? Right, so now I'm going to bung in the ginger and the chilies at the same time. This is it's still going to be a sauce. It's still going to just get cooked slowly after a while. Oh, come on, go in the pan off somewhere else. Going everywhere. There's another one there. Took it back in there. The cooker top was clean, so we're all right there. I'm going to turn it down and then get the spoon out any second and start putting in the onions. What I was going to say, I was going to say something really exciting and I've forgotten this. Oh yeah, this will be very hot, but also just a bit on the sweet side because I'm going to put in some mango chutney. Have I got yeah? Yes, there is some. The only thing is, that will change the colour, won't it? That'll stop being so green. Oh no, what am I going to do now? Can't go ruin it by bunging mango chutney in. That's not good, is it? What can I do to make it back green again? Put some parsley in it? Oh gosh, what a terrible conundrum. Got more stuff here just piled up that's bothering me that I need to get rid of as well. Hello, how's everybody doing? Are you all still okay there? Still, hope you don't mind me just talking to myself and just rattling my way through this. I'd like to read some comments, but I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, just looking really, rather carefully for that number going up to 25, so I can have myself a lovely beer. Oh, yes, that smells good now. Ginger's really coming out. I love the smell of ginger cooking. Now, slight experiment there. Slight experiment. I am going to use a bit of this, of course. What I'm going to do is do the onion first. Do the onion. Where's that? Oh, this one. Right. So if you like sizzles, now it's about to happen. The sizzles are really going to start. Ready? Ready? Yes. That's good, isn't it? I mean, admit it. That does sound great. And then it's gone. So what we have to do now is wait for another one. It's cooled it down too much. In the meantime, because that is on a very, very low heat, because it's very difficult to control so many things being cooked at once. And so far there is only one thing, but even so, that's enough. Let's not pretend to be able to multitask. 1 spoon of mango chutney. Not 2, not a potful. 1 spoon. If I taste it and think, could do with a bit of mango chutney in there, then I know to put a bit of mango chutney in. Somehow I don't think I will do though. Then we're going to have a nice, really good dash of coriander, ground coriander, and a tiny bit of cinnamon. And then that's just basically going to simmer and have water added to it. And more onion. And this, the rest of it, will turn into the actual curry sauce, which I'm very much looking forward to making even further. But, let's turn that back up. I'm going to a couple more spoonfuls of the onion and garlic mixture in there as well. Look at that, 25 likes. Oh yes, thank you very much. And now we have an awful lot of comments for me to just read through. So I have had a bit of a rest with my eyeballs, so it was only fair that I do come back and read some out. And another spoonful of onions first though. That wasn't too exciting, that one, was it? Bound to be a couple of new people just turned up. But Are you related to Frank Spencer? There's a lot of singing going on upstairs. Right, let's just take it from, say, here. Oh, hang on. Here. From Boaty, Trace and Emma. Wouldn't be a fart, would be something that came... Not sure what you're on about there, but that's how I like it. Andrew, he would bloody melt if you had 2 of them. Oh, right, I see. See, I picked that up quickly, didn't I? No farting. I told an anecdote that got high-fived by 2 ladies and squeals from the rest of them. Dirty joke. Not socially. I don't think. He was getting rather friendly with one of the ladies. Looking at the new RAV4 the other day, do you think they're a bit girly? Ask Skik to anyone that will be interested in answering. But now, again, Skik, who are you asking that question to? Because you might be asking it to someone who doesn't realise. If you're asking me and I don't answer, you're probably going to say that I didn't answer your question. But tell me who you're asking it to. Okay, that would be the easiest way, wouldn't it? Black on Flames, go Black on Flames. Think, what are you making? I'm making curries. God, I'm missing out. I don't know what he's missing out on. Yes, indeed. Skik, wouldn't have thought so. If so, do you want to get a girly girl, get an MGF? Exactly. You don't get much more girly than that. Yep. Skik, the new RAV4s are terrible at getting recalled for hybrid inverter faults and catching fire. There's 4 of them at my dad's work before caught fire. Not a fan of the RAV. Right, so there we go. Now, on this instance, Skik asked a question. Everybody just thought it's best to assume he's talking to me and answered. So there we go, Skik. Well done. I don't take a lot of notice of new cars. They pretty much all look the same to me, only because they're all the same colour. Toyota's Hyundai, Toyota Hyundai American import V8. That's what you want. As an ex-Lexus and Toyota employee, all the Toyotas are designed are slacking off at the moment to make bigger versions of their small cars. Oh, it's, yeah, 4x4 Yaris. What do we think of car design then, generally? Because I think Toyota are a fairly good example of a car manufacturer that they're always, all the Japanese stuff seems to be rather hit and miss with design. So they come up with some nice things and then they just go and do something that makes absolutely no sense. So what Neil's saying there is they're doing it that kind of traditional way of cars looking related to each other, which is fair enough. But there's too many of the same thing, and too many sort of big versions of small cars, or like maybe even some small versions of big cars as well. It's all a bit boring, really. So now we're going to do get even more oil into this and tomatoes into that to make a curry sauce. Get it back on the heat and turn this one off somewhat. Now this chili sauce, what that really needs is just to simmer and simmer and simmer for ages. And then it will all just kind of melt into one slightly green mess, which would work. Beer, yeah, beer. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm actually getting hungry as well now, which isn't really a bad thing because I'm cooking, but getting hungry before it's finished, yeah. So now, because obviously I'm struggling so much with my eyesight and starting to feel a bit old and useless, it's probably time just to talk through what's coming up next. We'll tell you what's coming up next. Now, as many of you know, this isn't my main channel. My main channel is a different channel. But this particular channel, I have plans, video plans, lots of video plans. I'm going to be putting stuff on this channel, proper made videos as well, that just don't really belong on the other channel. And one idea that's been floating around my little box quite a lot recently, triggered by owning an MGF, is going to be something called Embrace Your Midlife Crisis, where I'm going to talk very philosophically about the things about getting older. Because with every year that goes by, you just discover something that for some reason hadn't occurred to you before. There are all sorts of worries that you have as you're younger that go away and get replaced by something that makes you think, I shouldn't have been worried in the first place. It's just all sorts of stuff like that. It's all kind of dawning on me fairly recently, quite a lot of things. The video I did the other day where I went for the opticians, it's kind of the start of that, really. I thought I could see another new person there. I think I can. It's quite important that I do welcome new people in. Not when they're saying that. I don't even know what that is again. Eurofizz mustards. Put a shot of terps in your beer. Tomatoes. Oh, I've got the ones with herbs. I didn't mean to do that. I don't think you can taste herbs once you get the curry on the go anyway. That's all I want. It's just tinned tomatoes, not with herbs. They don't need to have herbs in them. Right, the tinned tomatoes are then just going to go straight into the onion and garlic mix without really much ado. Oh, or should I? Should I fry them first? I do quite like to fry something. No, not bother. Let's just put them straight in. They're just going to get heated up, that's really all there is to it. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this lot again. Trouble is, I've got a few plastic tubs for bunging in leftover food. But because I end up cooking so often in the evening, they're all filled up. I'm fairly sure I've only got one plastic tub. No, there's two there. There's two. So I've essentially got to make sure that I eat enough so that I only need 2 tubs to put the rest of it in. Can I read it from there? Right. Okay. I've got to read that one out. I love that. Some of you may wonder why Mustard is always so awkward with me. The reason is he's jealous of my intelligence. I think that you love awkwardness. I'm not awkward with you anyway. I welcome you to my live streams. I try and give you advice and as well as that. We all agree Skik should do a live stream, don't we? We all agree he should do one because, as he tells us, some of us are doing these things wrong, and he could really be a great influence and help us all along a great deal by showing us how it's supposed to be done. I'd appreciate it. Both of you'd appreciate it. The rest of you would as well. Let's all put our hands together for Skik doing a live stream. Come on, let's make him do it. Just like me, encouraging you to give my live stream a thumbs up or encouraging you to like the channel. Let's encourage Skik, come on. So, are you confirming that you are going through a midlife crisis, asks Neil. Yeah, I am. It's one of those things that other people see, but you don't yourself. But with this, I mean, maybe it should have happened 10 years ago. Not now. Or maybe it did happen 10 years ago and I was doing something that I didn't realise was the confirmation of that. This time it's like, yeah, that's happening and it's great. I'm enjoying it. Mystic Hair. Oh, right, hang on. Mystic Hair and an MGF and an MX5. The MX5 is much better in my opinion. Now, and I tell you what, somebody asked that in the comments of the day. I can't remember who it was. It might have even been Mystic Hair about what's better, MGF or MX5. And so many people will put these two as a rival against one another, even though one's a mid-engine car and one's a front-engine car. It's just the rear-wheel drive thing. But I have a friend who has an MX5. He's called Carl. Fix-It Carl. He came around today, and I did mention, what about doing a proper comparison? Because his car is an old one as well. It's not a new one with fancy stuff. And my MGF doesn't have ABS, doesn't have traction control or anything like that. It's just a proper basic car. I think it would be great to do a proper back-to-back video of that. And I wouldn't pretend to like the MGF more if I did. I'd just say what I think. I'd say what I think. As I've got a Nigel video coming up where I'm going to say some unkinds, and that is going to shock everyone. Except it won't do now because I've already told you. Skik, you good bra. True that. I agree, Mystic Hair. I had 2 X5s and one of my second one put a TD4 turbo. a TD04 turbo in that thing. What, you put a diesel engine in an MX-5? Mystic Hair says, we're all jealous of your intelligence, Kick. I am jealous of your way with the ladies too, and the way you told everyone in Bolt's live stream the other night that I'm having a go on the Greenwood next. Remember to believe this, okay? Where do I go find Bolt's live stream? What's up with that? Asks Kick. Let's not answer. I'm jealous that he gets a go on the Greenwood. I could not throw my hat in the ring. Drop his link. The last thing you want to see is Boaty's stream. Oil Up says, for too many people have names that are just impossible really to pronounce properly. Did you become a father late in life, Mustard? Well, yes, but I mean, I would say not that late. I was 43. But I think that's a good time to do it. And it's a time to do it where most people don't want to know, but I wanted to be sure. I wanted to really want it. That's the difference. I wanted it. It came at around a time where, not so much, if I don't do it now, it's never going to happen. Although there is an element of it there, but I wanted to have spent a good amount of time really wanting to become a parent before actually doing it. Don't cross the streams. Ah, right, there we go. That's nice. Did you link the long mate? No, Mystic Hair. No, I would not say it sits on an MGF unless you're on the bonnet. Certainly mine. It's very, very low down. Hi, did you miss me? Asks Isra. Well, I do remember you, Isra, but yeah. Well, I miss all the people that turned up. Everybody who turns up in the live stream is welcome. So, yeah, of course. Ah, right. See, yeah, it's because it says TD04. What do we think of when you see the letters TD, turbo diesel? Mustard last spotting at the cash and carry with 12-kilo bag of curry powder. Says it will do for the week. It needs to be clickable. Thanks for having a try, though. Ah, right. I am back. I only came to this live during Ramadan. How many views did the fish tank get? I think it was about 180. Athos1 says, name a football player for an anime edit. I can't. I don't know what they are. I don't know any names of football players. I mean, I do, but they're probably well past it by now anyway. Like Kevin Keegan, yeah, that's what I'd say. Kevin Keegan. He was a football player, wasn't he? Him and George Best, he was a football player. Dino Dad, there was a few on there, but I left because of a woman with a attitude. Oh, how? How could anybody have an attitude with Skick? Come on. Everything is better with a lemon on, and I agree with that. Where's your name from? Ding dong, I'm blaming you completely. It was my fault in the first place. My dad, John from Malta. My name is A false for boots. Well, that's enough of that for the moment. So, let's assume, okay, that whilst I just do a bit more here, because I'm struggling a bit too much with my eyes again tonight, you chaps can all speak to each other, okay? And I will just do something else for a while, I'm always, I like to squeeze lemons. I will do a bit of stirring, I'll do a bit of this and that, and I'll come back. And when I come back, I'm not going anywhere, I'm just going to be here. But when I come back to reading, that is when I want you to talk to me. We all know the solution is for me to get tablets or something, but it's not going to happen just yet. Give me that chair. Right. Somebody just said then, when's this curry going to be ready? And that is a good question, actually. Because it looks like it's just never going to be ready, doesn't it? It looks like I'm just going to be here. Oh gosh, it's 10:30. Wow. Let's get on with it. So do Madras or one of these special spice mixes like this, the Bombay Biryani. Of course, it's a cheat, but these are, you just can't beat them. You can't make a spice mix better. And the only way you could possibly say you could do it better is by having all of that stuff but just freshly ground, so that there's more of the spice coming out. But so that could just mean we'll just use more of it. So, being that I can't, and I don't think anyone could really do it any better than what the people that put these spice mixes together can do, there's not a lot of point in really trying. Just accept it and bums on it. So here's this frying pan, nice and hot. Get the pan. Oh, I'll tell you what, whilst I'm at it, I'm going to enjoy having a beer tonight, aren't I? I really am. I'm going to enjoy it. I love beer. I'm going to shamelessly have a beer now. Oh, Charlotte's off. Okay, good night, Charlotte. So, let's bung this one in the freezer. Ready for ready. Should I have waited for that beer to have it with the curry or not? Don't know. For me, it's the it's more the bit I enjoy with this is actually making the thing more than the eating of it. Okay, can anybody confirm for me that Boaty is on at 11 tonight? Because it would be quite handy for me to know that. Not that I think I'm going to be going beyond that, but I just don't really want to. Oh. Way too high, way too high. There we go. That's what we want, isn't it? That's what we want. And another one. And another one. We don't burn the spices. And then this is going to go back in that other pan there, because that's where it belongs. I'm going to put that straight back in now. Well, that's just one way of doing this, so that things like the spices get that first proper good kick of heat, but they don't end up on fire. It burns and ruins. Just don't want to ruin it. Now the next thing for me to sneeze. Oh. Oh. Spice mix is getting up your nose, not good. How many people we got going on here? 22. Oh, right. 11:30. Gosh. Well, that just gives me a bit more time. More water in there. And then it's time to a bit more olive oil and some butter. The chicken I'm going to do it as like a tandoori chicken. So that's going to be even more spicy. So it's 3 sets of spices so far, which is quite a lot. And because there's a lot of things going on, I'm not going to bother with any rice. There's two good reasons for that. One is there's still some rice in the fridge from the other day, and the other is that I don't want to make any rice. I can't be bothered. When you say I can't be bothered as a reason, is that good or is it bad? Or is it just honest? Right, so in here is some chicken breast meat. It's not the kind of stuff I normally I prefer the leg meat. Yes, I'm a leg man rather than a breast man, and it shows. But this was cheap. They had £1 knocked off of it in Aldi. So I think it was £1.99 for that, which is quite a lot of meat for that price, I reckon. And I thought it was too good a price to just say no to. Anyway, what I'm going to do is turn that heat up a bit there, get this out, just simply bung it in, and then go and wash my hands again. Ugh. And this is where a third spoon would come in handy actually. But I haven't got 3 wooden spoons, I've just got 2. But just for the moment, I'm sorry, I'm going to, I've just got to nip upstairs. So look after this for me, will you? in your house? Is that the same lady as before? Oh, a lady. Hello. Because I've gone, more people have turned up, and that's always fabulous. I have to have a quick look. I'm going to look now to see if anybody has been talking to me in my absence. Has Mrs. Mustard gone out on the lash again? No, she hasn't actually. She's in the other room. Right, who's going to get their tits? Oh, right, yes. Well, last night I didn't really get a chance to join Boaty's live stream, but tonight I'm going to make sure I do, because I love his live streams. I think they're great. But he does talk some twat. But that's fine, because so do I, and that's probably why we get on with each other. Put these away, shall I? As you're saying there, he's a man that's scared of ladies in the way that they should be. That's not natural. That's really not natural at all. That makes me mistrusting of him. That makes me think that with everything he says must be kind of bullshit. No, I don't. No. Let's cook properly. Cook properly chicken. What are they doing with chicken these days where it just ends up not browning, it just goes watery and then it goes rubbery. So it goes raw into rubber without the in-between bit. Quite annoying. Oh, I've still got a bit left. Oh yes. Something else to put away back in the fridge. Right, I hope some of you are enjoying this live stream and not just utterly bored by the whole thing, because that won't do, would it? Splashed water up to the side then, but I did water, curry, thought I splashed curry up there and I got away with it. Ah, right, no, it is going a bit brown now. Well, that's good. That's good. What I like to do with the chicken, to do like a tandoori style chicken, is the incorrect way. Of course, it's just do it in a pan for start. But I'll let it brown off ever so slightly. And this is where the leg meat does work better. Let it off ever so slightly brownly. God, really, I'm getting the words mixed up here. Then add some spice mix to it once the heat's turned down. And then it should soak up all that redness and look rather fantastic. But the trouble is, the chicken... Oh gosh, what's happened there? Oh dear, this looks like a bit of a mistake. There is practically nothing left in there. Tiny little bit. I really don't know how that has happened. That's not enough. Yeah, balls. Actually, looks like it's going to turn very pinkish anyway, but it's still not right. It's supposed to be red, not pink. Come on, soak up some of this. Yeah, it'll be fine. Right, so what was I saying? Can't remember. Oh yeah, the leg meat doesn't go sort of dry and rubbery like the breast meat does, which is one of the reasons why I prefer not to use it. As it's what I have, that's what I shall use. Oh, there it's kind of pink at least. Right, there's a question for me by the looks of it. Oh, Jalen Tover asks what you're cooking, and it's a curry. Yeah, it is indeed. Fresh ginger and garlic, pre-mix a heap with blended in water and store in the fridge. I used to do that, but then I just find that it's nice to just do it at the time. The other thing is that garlic does take cooking better than ginger does. Ginger can burn and spoil a bit, whereas garlic doesn't tend to do. Where was I up to there? Mustard, can you show us your belly button? Is it a innie or an outie? If it's an innie, I can see what you're keeping in it. I don't want anyone being obsessed with my belly button, especially a man. He just exaggerates Boaty. I don't exaggerate Boaty. That is what he's like. I don't exaggerate Boaty's kick. Come on. He is like that. But then he goes on to say, a lot of men have a big ego, and that's why I talk or debate with them. Hey, that's why I like to talk or debate with a woman. Oh gosh, that. Do you know how that comes across, Skik? That sounds like you can't talk to men because they have bigger egos, and women don't have egos. Or you assume that someone's got a big ego because they're better at explaining themselves. Oh no, I've said it. Maybe that's what you mean. Anyway, I don't say that. I don't say that about Boaty. Come on, he's my friend. I don't mean it. You know, I do like him really. I do like him. JG since 71 is back again. Nice to see you. I'm here for the belly button chat. Oh dear, we're not going to have a thing here, are we? That's where Mustard keeps his salt and pepper. Mustard catch on. What do you mean catch on? Catch on to what? Part of Boaty's charm is his storytelling skill. I rather like his enthusiasm for things that usually never happen, but God loves a trier. You won't see my ego, it's massive. My ego is teeny. I think Skik means Boaty exaggerates. I don't think he does. Is that what you mean by catch on? Wait, if you're mustard, then where's ketchup? Ketchup and mustard don't really mix, do they? Missed the comma. Skik was saying that Boaty exaggerates. I know, I'm so naughty with this. I'm so naughty with it. I will say things like that just to see if anybody gets upset by it. And because I think nobody should. Nobody should get upset by me saying something like that. And I don't think Skip does really. Or does he? I don't know, it's really difficult to tell. Right, I am kind of well on the way to being finished here, which is great news. I'm sure you'll agree. I can't say as it looks that fantastic. The green chili sauce isn't really that green. The curry sauce itself doesn't look finished. And the chicken tikka isn't really very red, which means that it all looks like it might be just a big old disappointment. But that can often mean it happens not to be after all. So, what do I do now? Well, you know what to do now. I come close to ending the live stream. You see where this chicken's actually cooked, shouldn't we? That's the other thing. That's the thing I don't like about breast meat. Because it has that fine point where it goes from being uncooked to just rubber, means that you're either going to eat something poisonous or you're going to eat something that you don't like. And I don't want to eat either of those actually. Either of them. I suppose the best thing to have done would have been to just time it. And that's this chili sauce as well. It's still. I was hoping for much more of a sauce than what I actually have. I'm going to show it to you. It's just not really that green. I've seen mushy peas look more like chili sauce. Just smell quite good. Just smell quite good. Wow, oh blimey, I just realised it's 5 to 11. I'm really sorry. I feel like I'm keeping people now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly catch up the rest of these comments and then end it, because I'm very, very grateful for everybody being here, but I don't want to outstay my welcome. Do you ever use your belly button to hide pound coins in? It'd be quite a good way of doing it, so you'd know you've got them when you go to the supermarket, wouldn't it? Hot dogs always require mustard and ketchup. Do they? Interesting. We shall make Boaty's show about his belly button. Oh yeah, you should try that. Chili dogs, just saying. Putting some timber on around that waist mustard. Well, yeah, I did it years back. I'm trying to untimberify it now. That's my next thing to do. I'll keep you informed. Boaty belly button. Don't start talking about that. Come on. It's 5. It's 53. That looks like the stuff that came out my ears the other week. Did you eat it, Skick? Coaster Nerd. I don't know who you are, but you seem really cool. That's more like it. And it's been an easy moderation tonight, says the Greenwood. And it's the end of it as well. So I'm glad he's going to be another half an hour before he goes on live, because it'll give me a chance to do something else. This may be my last time. Can you play an instrument? Asks Messy Goat. Messy Goat Love. What a cool name. Yes, I can. Am I correct? Is there a pre-arranged plan to turn Boaty's... Oh. This is going to be bad. I might have to avoid it. Right, okay, good night everyone. Well, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.